Hey guys, this is Tyler with Tyler's Dragon Tarot, and sorry, I just realized I didn't write down something. And I'm going to be doing the cusp in this video because I'm like, all right, I need to do some signs. So, if you guys haven't checked it out, I tried doing a pick a stone video last week, and I'm trying to see if people like that or not. I might try to do that more often. But anyway, I was sitting here thinking about what do I want to do this video on, and I feel like this is going to be for people who didn't get closure from, I was going to say the last relationship, but then it just felt like it doesn't have to be the last relationship, just something that's still bugging you and you haven't felt like you had closure on. So hopefully I can get some sort of healing message to you. And my own opinion on this, I'm just going to say, like, if you're someone who ghosts somebody out of a relationship, it's not cool, because I know it's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, I'll give you that. It's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you have someone who's so deep in their emotions that they're frustrated and just over the top. Now, I will say don't go into a dangerous situation just to give closure, because then thinking about that, I'm like, okay, if they're so emotionally unstable that they're going to hurt you, like, okay, maybe you can just walk away and I'll let you slide on that one. But in normal cases where you just don't want to deal with it because you don't want to talk about the emotional side of shit, you're being ridiculous, because giving someone that closure makes the healing process so much faster for them. So you are being selfish in that. And for the people that didn't get the closure, you just can't, if they ghosted you and they're not going to give you it, you can't keep chasing them. Sometimes you just have to get the closure in your own way. Sometimes you just have to think, it may be one-sided, but you have to try to consider their view, and you have to be like, okay, this is where we didn't work out. This is where we could have done better. This is how it could have been frustrating for them. This is how it was frustrating for me. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be. And you got to be able to move on. You got to piece together your own closure. It ain't easy, but you can't go chasing them down being crazy. All right. So anyway, now that my TED Talk's done, I'm going to go ahead, instead of writing first, put a timestamp on Pisces-Aries cusp. Now I'm done with my TED Talk. Let's go to that Pisces-Aries cusp. Actually, I'm going to get a drink real quick. I'm a little thirsty. All right, sorry about that. I was thirsty. Okay. What am I doing? Pisces-Aries. All right, so hopefully y'all are doing good. I don't know what. I kind of get the feeling of ghosting, but I'm really trying not to pull too much of my own shit into this, because I'm a Pisces-Aries cusp myself. But, no closure. A lot of that comes with ghosting, or someone just, like, not being honest anyway. Too many cards. Of course, I'm using a ghost deck, so I might just have ghosts in my head too much. Okay. So you got the Death card, and for any of you who are new to tarot, death is pretty much just a transition or a transformation. It does not literally mean death. I mean, death is a transition or transformation, so it could mean death, but that's just one of the various meanings. That's what I'm trying to say. That could be associated with this. One of the various types of transitions. So don't get too worried about that. I really don't. This is a good thing. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. I'm going to start with this last one, the Hermit. So, with this, there's all sorts of, it just feels dark and gloomy all around it. But the light is where you are. So, what you need to focus on is healing yourself. No closure, well, okay. I'm guessing that can make you go crazy because you'll second guess yourself and you'll be like, well, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? What? All these questions. Nothing is wrong with you, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. It's just like this Queen of Pentacles here. They were walking down a path. And I feel like they just realized it wasn't the path they were supposed to walk on. So they got distracted and just started, one of the two. I can't tell if it's, for some reason they felt the pull to not walk with you anymore. I don't know if that was unhappiness. I don't know if they just had to venture off into this new area. I don't know if it was you that, if they were holding you back and you needed them to go somewhere else so you could advance better, because there's a lot of light around you in this. Because you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your own growth and development because they're no longer a part of you. They're no longer a part of you. So you work on shining brighter. You work on being that beautiful person that you are. Okay? And just because it didn't work out with them does not mean that someone else won't see your worth. But before somebody else will see your worth, you need to see your worth. You need to see it. Because you need to stop taking this shit that's below your level. Okay? And see, with that Wheel of Fortune here, you need to go through all these stages. See, it's real dark in the beginning of that circle. Then it's real light here. It's real light. It's stronger. As weird as it is looking at that, it's evolved. I don't know if I would say happier. Happier was kind of coming out, but it's like, it's a weird word for that. It's evolved. It's where it needs to be. It's on the path that it needs to be on. And that's where you're heading. This wasn't where you were supposed to be. And now, for some of you who's a little further ahead of this than the others, you're ready to jump back in. You're ready because you can see the option. You have options. Okay, because you can see your worth. People are starting to see your worth. Your worth also. I feel like I'm saying your worth too much, but it's important to know your value. It really is, because if you don't see your value, how can you expect someone else to? Yeah, and with this Death card, I feel like it kind of looks like the Hermit in some decks to me. So it's like you become untouchable to things that used to bother you because you spent the time with yourself, building yourself back up. Because what you need to do, this is either advice or this is for somebody who's already here. Because I feel like there's a card popping out that's like, you need to tell them this too, so I'm going to get to that one. But you're either building to this point or you've built to this point that you're no longer going to accept what you used to accept because you know you're better than that. Good for you. The Sun. Boom. I'm not trying to say you're better than anyone else. I'm not trying to give you a big head. It's just there's personality clashes. There's people try to take advantage of other people. For some reason, some people will treat some people like shit and some people like they're kings. I don't know exactly why this happens, but what you need to realize is, or what you've realized is that this is how you deserve to be treated. You deserve to be treated like a king. Everyone does, so don't be treating no one like peasants now. All right, but what I'm saying here is if you're not getting treated like the king or queen you are, then walk away, because you deserve it. All right, you deserve it. And this doesn't matter what type of relationship this is, you shouldn't be getting taken advantage of. Don't be a damn doormat. All right. So I feel like I could keep going on that one, but like some of y'all might be like, what else? Yeah, with that King of Swords, don't lose your head. You're clearing the path. The path is getting cleared for a new way here. Don't be so anxious that you... Okay, you're not meant to see it right now, so don't be too anxious. You're not meant to see it right now. You don't, because all you would see right now is a mess. All you would see right now is a mess. Once it's cleared, you're going to see the beauty. Okay. So we're going to go on to Aries and Taurus cusp now. All right, the Aries-Taurus. Aries-Taurus. We're going to call you Tories now. You bunch of Tories. For my Aries-Taurus cusp. Okay, y'all got way too many cards popping out. I do feel like this one's meant to stay though. So this is a reading for No Closure. Okay. Weird. Okay, so, sorry, it took me a second, but, so you got the Page of Cups here. You got the Queen of Wands. You got the Eight of Pentacles. You got the King of Swords. And you got the Page of Pentacles. And you got the Three of Pentacles. Honestly, I feel like you were with someone that they were never really happy with you. They were just kind of content. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good relationship, but it wasn't like passionate. You know what I mean? It wasn't like... Like, they loved you, but their feet were still on the ground. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but it's like they had very strong feelings for you, but they weren't just crazy about you. You weren't like their first and last thought of the day. You know what I mean? And with this Page of Cups, I get... First thing I saw on that, especially with this Queen of Wands combined, they found the person that, and you might know this too, did they start talking about someone like all the time? Were they a little too interested in somebody and you were like, nah, they're just friends, it's cool? But it seemed like they were more. Look, you know, that sucks. It really does. But I think the reason why they can't give you closure is because they're embarrassed because you did nothing wrong. It's really how I'm getting this. Like with this Eight of Pentacles, with this King of Swords, it's like it was good. They were happy. They just didn't see it going anywhere. Like they were happy being with you. They were happy enough that they didn't want to leave, but they didn't really see it going anywhere. And then once they saw something that they saw going somewhere, they had to take the opportunity. And you know, they're embarrassed because they're realizing now they didn't really realize how just content they were. I mean, I wouldn't say unhappy, but I don't get that they weren't unhappy, but there just wasn't this level of spark that they got from this new person. And I feel like you're getting sad with this, but like, it's just, this is what it is, man, or woman. And honestly, they know they left you out in the cold. They don't know how to make you better because they still care about you a lot, but they feel like that's just gonna be like, make you be like, well, why the fuck are you doing this to me then? So they don't know how to have this conversation with you. They honestly, it's just a higher level of relationship. And honestly, they want this for you too. They're like, I wish they would find this higher level of relationship so they can feel better too. So they're wishing really well for you. So, you know, I'm sorry about this, but it's just, they found a spark, man. And it seems like they found someone who, I don't really, like, it's kind of corny and I've said it before, but they might have found a soulmate, you know? Like, I kind of agree, I think it's Rich Lop on his definition of soulmates, like, there's so many different types, but when I say that, I mean the type that is supposed to be like your marriage material one. The one that isn't just a karmic lesson, isn't just, you know, your really good friend. I mean, anyone of importance is pretty much a soulmate, but when I say that, I mean like the marriage material one, the one that's going to be there the rest of your life, and they want that for you. So let the door close, man. Let the door close and open up a new one. All right. So next up is our Taurus-Geminis. And Taurus-Geminis. Okay, I'm going to get a drink real quick, so let me pause. All right. So this is for my Taurus-Gemini cusp. Let's see what I can get for you for the ones who have no closure over something. I don't know why, but I'm hearing that Cardi B song, Bodak Yellow. So, yeah, keep up that strong vibe if that's for you. Okay, you got the Eight of Wands here. Feels like there was just, honestly, this feels like a chaotic card. Like, it really does. It feels like there was too much violence in your relationship. I don't know how to take that. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's literal violence or if there was just too much conflict in your relationship, but that's what I'm getting. Maybe there was too many arguments. Maybe that you guys just couldn't get along. maybe they felt scared for some reason, even though you would never hurt them. And maybe I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you laid hands on them. I don't know. But it does feel a little violent. Yeah. And see, just more chaos. Even this Ace of Swords, it's chaotic. Chains, chaotic. The Hermit. This is the only card that is not chaotic. So how I'm getting this is, this is still making you angry. This is still holding you back from where you could be going. This is still, like, you feel like it feels like you're just ready to fight and you're ready to go to war, and you are just you're ready to kill somebody, okay? Like, you need to calm down, okay? But I know that doesn't really help. Like, that just pisses me off more when someone says that. But you need to find your chill. I don't know how to say that without. Yeah, you got that strength. So with this Ace of Swords, with everything being so chaotic, you need to take, I feel like this is saying you can have your breath in this chaos if you just, especially with the woodwork in this. Hold on. Sorry. If you just get grounded, you calm down, take your breath, and just, and then it's like you can suddenly think rationally again. And with these two cards, strongly saying to me, like, I know this is driving you crazy. There's a lot of pain in these cards, as well as chaos. I don't know if you inflicted this chaos, they inflicted this chaos, if this is just in your head. I don't know how this chaos and this violence is feeling, but I do know you need to get grounded. You need to find your own worth. You need to ignore all the cloudiness around you. You need to build your own confidence again. You need to get your shine back, because you've let people take your power. Get it back. Okay, don't let people take your power away. Get it back. Become the person that you are supposed to be. Be the light person you're supposed to be. Don't lose yourself, and don't let people take your power anymore. I feel like your main message here is like, okay, don't even worry about why they did this. It was chaotic, okay? It was chaotic, and they needed to get out. Okay, and quite frankly, with how this energy is feeling, I don't blame them. And I'm trying not to say anything bad about you, because I don't quite know where this energy is. I'm just reading the energy. There is chaotic energy. It could have been on both ends. It could have been on their end. It could have been on your end. I don't know. I just know that all I know is it feels like they had to get out of that situation. So get your power back and work on not letting anyone take that away from you, because this is where you lose yourself. This is where you lose yourself, and this is where you stop being the light person that you are. Okay. So get your power back. Okay, so now we're going to move on to my Gemini Leos. Sorry, let me scratch my back real quick. But my Gemini Leo. So this is for people with no closure. So, well, shit. I mean, this page of Pentacles just feels obvious to me. I don't know. And it's like, okay. I feel like they want to contact you, but they know they left you out in the cold. I'm going to put that to the side. I don't know why they want to contact you. I might draw another card on that. But with this Emperor, you may be dealing with Aries. Some people say the Emperor is Taurus, but a very strong-willed person, at least. Kind of goofy, strong-willed, yet can get what they want if they want it. Yeah. With the Chariot and the Two of Wands here, they didn't recognize themselves anymore. Sometimes I feel like that Page of Pentacles is them looking back on the past. They kind of want to contact you, but they're trying to stay away because they weren't them when they were with you. And to become themselves again, they had to walk away. And it's hard to walk away because they can see your value. They can. They can see how wonderful you are with this Ace of Wands because they're walking away from something very shiny here. They can see your value, but they just know that you're not right for each other. They just know they can't be themselves when they're with you. They become someone different. They don't like who they are when they're with you, but they do like you. So they've just decided, okay, I need to walk away because I feel like they're losing their power, and that's something that is just, they can't do that. They have to have their power. And they got it back when they walked away. And I feel like this is a mutual Three of Pentacles. This is they want you to be happy as well. But they just feel like they can't make you happy. And they can't be themselves with you. So there's not really a point in building this relationship any further. And they don't want to waste their time, and they don't want to waste your time. Anything else? I feel like some of you guys can appreciate that, though. But, let's see. Judgment and the Seven of Swords. I feel like that's just saying, that just wants to let you know that this was not an easy decision on their end because, like I said, they did see your value. They really waited out, and it was a bitch for them to walk away. And I think that's why they had to ghost you. Because they knew if you had that conversation, you would pull them back in. You would pull them back in because, like, they're so attracted to you and they're just so enticed by you, but they know it's wrong. It's like y'all go together, but you don't really fit. You know what I mean? And it's like they want more, but they know they shouldn't. They know it's not good for you. It's not good for them. So they're just trying so hard to just walk away. But hopefully that makes you feel better. There feels like there's a lot of love in that spread. It just wasn't right, basically. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Did I say Gemini Leos? That was Gemini-Cancers. Oops. Well, it was still a reading for Gemini-Cancers. My bad, guys. So, now we're going to go on to Cancer Leos. All right. Cancer Leos. So for my Cancer Leos that did not get closure. Well, you got the Two of Swords. You got the Star. You got the Knight of Wands. Okay, when I held that up, I just saw this Knight of Wands. Someone just came in and swept them off their feet. They weren't looking for something else, but they found what they were looking for. You know what I mean? It's like they weren't looking, but they found it. And they thought it was you, but then this other person came in and they just rocked their world. And they just had to, they looked at you and it's like, it was a hard choice and it broke their heart and they really didn't want to walk away. And I felt like it was more out of guilt than anything else that they didn't want to walk away. So don't get too attached to that. But yeah, this other person, they just wanted them more. And I'm sorry, but that's kind of what happened here. This Eight of Pentacles here. They felt like your relationship had gone as far as it could. Like it wasn't going to develop anymore. And this was new and exciting. New and exciting can be good. But sometimes once that excitement wears off, they might realize what they did. But yeah, with that Queen of Cups and that Page of Cups here, they just got caught up in the spell and they couldn't resist that current and they just flowed with it. Honestly, I didn't want to say it, but then it popped in my head and it kind of reassured it. And I'm like, I think they even hooked up before you guys were even completely done. And then they were like, well, now I have to break up because I cheated. Yeah, and with that Page of Swords, it's like, you know, I kind of get the sense that this new relationship isn't going to work out. And, like, there's going to be too many obstacles. Like, the guilt of cheating on you is an obstacle for their new relationship. Yeah, eventually they're gonna realize their mistake, but I mean, let that Leo side come out and just be like, nah, like, know your worth. I mean, not saying Cancer can't do that, but Leo's just really good about that. Yeah, and with this Eight of Wands, build up your defenses against this person, because I feel like you're still vulnerable against them. But I kind of feel like they're going to come back to try to play you. And don't let them play you, okay? You're better than that. Okay, so let's move on to my Leo-Virgo cusp. 36. Leo-Virgo cusp for people with no closure. Well, the Tower popped out, obviously, but I mean, the Tower and the Nine of Cups. Let me draw another card. I feel like this Tower came down. This Tower moment for you, this breakup, it happened because something better was coming your way, and it could not, your happiness was not here. So quit looking back with this Fool card. Quit looking back, because you need to go the other way. You need to go a new way. And with the Temperance, it's like you get yourself back together, you piece it back together, you calm down, you get your self-worth, and you realize, all right, things are just meant to happen. With this Eight of Swords here, you get the strength to go to a new journey. And you kind of see, like, okay, that was meant to happen. Now we're moving on into new territory. So what's this new territory we're moving towards? Two of Wands. So you're no longer going to be a reflection of yourself. You know, you're going to be your true self. You no longer have to be just the appearance for someone to see. You're not going to be just the arm candy. You're actually going to be someone to somebody. You know what I mean? With that Moon card, you're no longer going to be disillusioned. You're going to see everything you need to see. There's not going to be any more secrets. You're going to be on the path, and it's going to be lit up for you. You're going to know that you're actually walking the right path, because it's going to feel bright. It's going to feel like everything's just working out for the first time in forever for some reason. You're going to be a little suspicious of it, but walk that path, because you're meant to find your happiness here. Okay. So, next we going on to our Virgo-Libras. I'm going to take another quick break first. Alright, so for my Virgo-Libras who have no closure, I like those cards. Let me shuffle this a second. Those cards have been popping out frequently. That could be a coincidence, but I feel like denying them. So they want to come back out after this, mixing them up a little bit. Then we'll take them. So let's take a look here for my Virgo Libras. Okay, you got the King of Pentacles here, you got the Four of Cups, and you got the Seven of Swords. There's a I'll show you in this. So I don't know what happened here. Did you tell them that they couldn't do any better than you? Because there's a real like, oh, you think I can't do any better? I'll show you. Like, I'll show you, boo. There's a real, and even with this Four of Cups, it's like the passion's dead, and they're gonna show you. Like, I think whoever ghosted you because they were pissed off. They had enough of your shit. Sorry, it's a breakup session, so like, this is how they felt. So you wanted answers. Sorry, not sorry. But I don't censor myself, so like, I should really start saying that in the beginning of the videos. I don't censor myself, so you can't handle it, you better. My bad. Anyway, so with that King of Pentacles really feels like, I'll show you. Like, I don't need you. I don't need you at all. Like, I felt like the romance was dead anyway. You're not trying to revive it. I'm moving on. And with that Seven of Swords there, they're coming up for air again. Yeah, they're coming up for air. And they're like, I may be a zombie right now, but believe me, I'm leaving this shit behind, and I'll be alive soon again. I'm gonna be revived. Ain't gonna be the night of the dead for long. There's gonna be a dawn. I'm feeling very sassy in your reading. I mean, I'm a sassy person, but like a little sassier than usual in your reading. Yeah, and with that Five of Cups, they're like, oh, you sad? You should be. Like, I feel like they're enjoying your sadness, so don't show it to them. Don't show it to them, because they're enjoying it. Yeah. That King of Cups, I feel like that's saying, you know what? Get yourself together. Fill your own cup. Make yourself happy before moving on, before getting into another relationship, because this was obviously someone who was very toxic. And like, maybe you were toxic to them. I don't know. There's some sort of toxicity going on in this relationship, and no one needs that in their life, all right? So find your own happiness, and if you gotta do that alone, you gotta do that alone, all right? Some people just are meant to do that alone. Like, my astrology teacher was teaching me the other day something about combust planets. Like, if you're, I think it's basically when something is too close to your sun. I think it's within 15 degrees. And if it's like a Venus, you're gonna have problems in love. Like, you might just live that single life. But yeah. Anyway, so let's move on to Libra-Scorpio. What am I doing? 15. Libra-Scorpios who have no closure. I keep wanting to say who have been ghosted, but who have no closure. Okay, I feel like there's a real anger in you of being like, I gave you everything you fucking wanted, so why, you know? There's a real, like, pissed off energy here. So with this Five of Pentacles here, you want them to come back begging, and I don't feel like they are. You know, honestly, I kind of feel like in this situation, you're the ghoster. Like, it kind of just hit me. I feel like you're the ghoster, and you're wanting them to realize how much... Okay, you might not be the ghoster, but this is... I think I'm misreading this. The ghoster wants the ghosted to realize everything they did for them because they felt unappreciated. And they want the ghosted to come begging back. They're being dramatic here. Because with that Lovers, it's like they're still leaving that trail behind. Like, they're ghosting, yet they're being like, come follow this trail. Like, I'm not going to be here on Tuesday at 6. Like, so don't come. They're being very dramatic about it. And being like, I don't want you there. But I do, but only if you're going to beg me for me back and come correct and tell me that you need me and that you appreciate me and that I fulfilled you in ways that you didn't by yourself because I'm amazing and I gave you everything. So, Ghoster, I feel like saying get over yourself. Ghosted. You may not have given them the appreciation they deserve. I don't think you should have to get on your knees and beg for someone to come back, but you do need to show people appreciation. So if you're not showing people appreciation, and if you don't appreciate them, then don't be upset. Strength. Know what you want and find the strength to go after it, because... And I feel like if I'm talking to the ghoster here, have the strength to calm the fuck down and have a rational discussion, because you're not going to get your way doing it this way. And if you do, it's going to lead to a toxic relationship. You need to calm down and have a rational discussion here. And ghosted, if you really want them back, show a little appreciation if you're not showing enough. If you feel like, honestly, like, that's the key thing here. Someone doesn't feel appreciated, and that's why you got ghosted. Or that's why you ghosted. Okay. So now we go to Scorpio-Sagittarius. I'm going to take a short break. Alright, we got Scorpio-Sagittarius, cuz. So, how y'all doing? This is for people who have no closure. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we got the Emperor here. You may be dealing with an Aries, or, you know, you may just be trying to find your power, find your position in the world. Or the ghoster, may be trying to find their power and find their position in the world, and they just, to find their happiness, they felt like they had to just go somewhere. Like, there's a real, like, fleeing energy here. Like, they just had to get away. And with that High Priestess energy, there's a real sense of somebody was lost. They felt powerless. And they didn't know what they wanted. They just knew they had to go. So they are trying to find themselves right now. They're being very reflective here. And with that Temperance, again, they're trying to find themselves. They're a little lost. They're trying to find their balance there. They got in over their head. I don't want to give you hope that I shouldn't be giving you right now, but I kind of have the sense of, like, I don't know that this is done. And I don't know that they're actually trying to be with anyone else. It just, something overwhelmed them and they just had to leave. And now they're being reflective. Now, don't wait to be happy. You know what I mean? If you want to wait, then wait. If you don't, then don't. But I'm just saying, like, I think they're just trying to get their shit together. With the Hangman, they're trying to... I think they were too out of their head, and they're trying to see different perspectives. They're trying to understand everything logically, and they just couldn't think in the moment, and they had to get away. Yeah. Yeah, with that Chariot... the path they were on freaked them out, so they had to divulge. I keep getting the sense of someone was engaged and, like, got cold feet. I don't know if that's just for a select few or if that's a lot of you, but... okay, with this Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, they may come back. They just need to know. I don't know what this means exactly, but they just need to know for sure that this is the right path. And for some, that may include hooking up with someone else and seeing how bad other people are compared to you, and or trying to date some other people and just seeing, like, man, what was I thinking? Like, nah, I had it good. And for some, it may just be they need to just have their own space and think. With this Lovers card, though, even though they walked away, even though they ran away, they're still thinking about you. They need to get their shit together. So try to have some compassion. Try to have some... damn, chill. Damn dogs. Try to have some compassion. Try to understand, you know. Okay. Sagittarius-Capricorn. It's an interesting mix. Okay, Sagittarius-Capricorn. Cusps. Someone left you no explanation. I keep wanting to say ghosted, but it's no closure. So we got the Two of Pentacles. I feel like that's saying the answer's right in front of you. All you have to do is self-reflect. And you'll see. But you're not doing that. And with the Wheel of Fortune... I'm hearing second chance. I wasn't going to say that, but like the Wheel of Fortune dropped and I was like, okay, maybe I need to listen for a second. But it's like you were here, you were in the bright area, and then you started reverting. You did something wrong here. And you need to turn around and reflect. You need to look at what you did. I feel like I got the sense that this is fixable. And like, this is like pretty recent, and they just, it's almost like they stormed off in a rage, or you stormed off in a rage. But it's not too late to fix. Like, you need to, I feel like someone just, you did something out of anger that you shouldn't have done. You need to realize that you fucked up and that you're sorry. You need to apologize. You need to make it right before it's too late. And with that star, because this is where you want to be. This is what you've hoped for. This is what you wished for. This is what makes you happy. This is what gives you inspiration, and you're about to lose it. Seven of Wands. Don't let your dark side get the best of you. Do you want your anger to control you? Do you want to be controlled by your anger? Or, like, you know, if this isn't you, the other person, but I'm going to blame you. Like, you know you fucked up. You know you lost your temper. You know. So man up or woman up or whatever. Admit your faults. Just own it. Own up to it. Say you're sorry and work on it. With this Lover's card. Lover's cards actually keeps popping out. Kind of makes me think, turn around. I feel like this card's saying, turn around. What are you doing? Turn around. So I feel like I'm talking to the ghoster here. Turn around. Like, what are you thinking? You're about to lose out on a great opportunity here, all because you lost your temper. Okay. So we're going to go to Capricorn-Aquarius. 50 Capricorn-Aquarius. This is for people with no closure. And I guess I've seen that it can go either way. People who didn't give closure, or people who don't have it. I mean, I guess if you didn't give closure, you don't really have the closure because you didn't have the talk to understand what happened in your relationship. But, sorry, overthinking. But, 10 of Wands here. I'm going to pause real quick. I need a drink. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're on the Capricorn-Aquarius. Sorry, I got thirsty. For people who are like, how dare you? I mean, I guess I'm not live, so all you saw was a pause for a second. But anyway, 10 of Wands. So, there was too much manipulation in this relationship for it to work. The ghoster felt like no matter what they did, it was always wrong, and you were trying to just like reach in their head and just, you were always fucking with their head, gaslighting, and the ghoster just felt like you, even if you didn't do it on purpose, destroyed their self-worth, their self-confidence, their... Like, I can just hear an argument where it's like, you're wrong, this is why you're wrong, here is why you're wrong, and you're stupid, and you made them just be like, oh God, I'm stupid. Like, you constantly treated them like this, and it's like, you don't have to tear someone down like that. Like, with this Five of Pentacles, it's like, it's like, they just wanted that sweet side that they could see from you every now and then. Like, when they got it, it's like you gave them diabetes and they needed insulin now, but you weren't willing to give them their shot. But once, every now and then. But once they got it, man, it's like they could finally breathe again. And it was very addictive to them. And that's why it took so long for them to ghost. But Four of Wands, they're happier now though. They feel like they're appreciated. They have life again. They're having fun. They're getting out there exploring. They're just... Look, I don't know if you're a toxic person or if you were just toxic to this person. Or the energy could be reversed. I'm reading energy. You could be the person having fun again who was treated like shit. But, like, they left because they needed to find their happiness and it was not with you. But I am reading this like you got closure, like you needed the closure, so you could be the person on the other end of this. But I'm just hearing freedom off of this card, but the chains, like, they just wanted those chains ripped off that you put on them, that they just were weighing them down, that made them feel guilty, that made them physically ill, and now they don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, with this Nine of Pentacles, they can move on, they can be happy, they have protection, they have wisdom, and there's trust wherever they go. I feel like trust was a real issue, but they can trust the path they're walking now. They can trust the people they're with. They can be who they are without shame. And that's why they ghosted you. Okay, now Pisces. Why don't you have closure? The Three of Pentacles here. Let's draw some more cards, though. So that looks like a very happy card to me, but okay, I'm just hearing this is what was in your best interest. Both of your best interests, really. Yeah, because you guys were both too angry. You were too angry, and you couldn't get anything done. You didn't work together is what I'm trying to say here. You didn't mesh well, and you needed to walk away to realize your happiness, to find what you needed. I don't know what I was saying with that realize, but it's like to find what you needed and to realize that you could be happy without this person. I feel like there was a real codependency here. Yeah. This Two of Wands has come out a lot, and it's like you're not really wanting to look back at it. You're kind of just wanting to like move on, be happy. But you do need to take the lessons you've learned from this. So you need to reflect. You need to reflect on what happened, what you did wrong, what they did that you accepted that you're not willing to accept and that you shouldn't accept in the future anymore. And work on yourself. Work on your future. Yeah, because with that Five of Cups, you want to be able to say, nah, if someone doesn't treat you how you want to be treated. And with that strength, you want to find your inner strength, you want to find your inner beauty, because you don't want to be a damn doormat anymore, right? You don't want to just let people treat you how they want to treat you. You want to be treated how you want to be treated. Yeah, and with that King of Wands there, I don't know why I heard Aries. King of Wands can be like a few of the fire signs, but I heard Aries. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries. Maybe you're moving towards an Aries. But with that King of Wands, it's like it's real. I feel protective with that. Protected with that. You're moving into a protected energy, somewhere you feel safe, somewhere where your needs are getting fulfilled, where it's warm, loving, and safe. So just know you're moving into a better future here. Okay? So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and have a great day.